Hello my wonderful friends, Magus with you. Today's message will change your life. Are you tired of the way this world is being run? Are you tired of the poisons and the bombs and the wars and the hate and the killing? I will show you today how to change that. I live outside that reality. I live in my good. I live in God. I live in Asha, heaven on earth. I walk in divine health, divine protection, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. The Magi magic. There is a word for every form you see, but that word has been lost, and I'm going to teach you that language. You must know the language to work in that magic. And let me assure you, this is all good spirit, God stuff. Our goal is to return this earth to God's green earth, to remove the dark system and its governments and have it under the rule of God, of good, of love, of peace, of joy. Listen to me now. Behold, the people is one, and they have one language, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. Let us go down and confound their language. You may have heard this story of the Tower of Babel, where the language was confounded. Many religions have this story in it. There is a language that has power where nothing you imagine to do can be stopped, that everything is possible. I'm going to teach you how to learn that language, how to speak that language. Now listen to me. You cannot fool the power. You cannot fool God. It must come from a pure heart. The pure in heart see God, see good. You will not see Asha, heaven on earth, or the good, or the power, if you have evil in your heart. That's why the first thing we teach, one, God is all good. We've taught you with the previous videos. If you're just joining me, go back, watch Magus, Message of the Magi. Watch Magus, Life-Changing Message, and learn who God truly is. You must know His true name. Then you must also know your true name to work in this power, to speak this language of the angels. Secondly, you must come into alignment with that all good God. Okay, once you know His true name, who He truly is, you must come into alignment with that. You must become one with that energy, with that good energy. There are two energies in this world. I probably don't need to tell you this, but there's two energies in the world. There's good and there's evil. You must come into that good energy to work in that good energy. If you have mixed energy, you cannot work in it. Okay? And then third, we create Asha, heaven on earth, in our world. Last night, I had an amazing dream. I know I've been sharing with you recently about my dreams and how to control them. Okay, last night in this dream, I was hovering above and I was seeing the different worlds that I've created in my mind, in my dreams, and I was recognizing them from even years gone by, even from childhood dreams, seeing different situations and scenarios, and even towns and restaurants and houses and people and things that I had seen in my dreams, and I was looking down on it and in such clarity and in such awe that all that was created in my mind. What an amazing thing to think about. And then as I was looking, I was seeing parts in my dream that were dangerous, places where I had been chased before, threatened before, and something rose up inside of me. I do not want that in my mind, in my world. And I told it to be removed, to disappear, because I've always had the power to do that. And it didn't move. And then God showed me to call it by its true name. Every form you see has what we're going to call here a light code, because everything is just energy. Everything is just light. Everything is energy vibrating in a form. He gave me the word to call that form, that when I called it by its name, it had to obey and it disappeared. Okay? And then I ran wild with it. Everything I was telling to disappear, and I was giving commands, and it was obeying my every imagination. And then I told the sky to disappear, and it ripped, and all there was a golden eye, the eye that watches all, looking down upon this creation. My friends, I'm going to teach you the language and how to tap in to the true name of the forms you see, the light codes. Have you learned first who God is? Before you can do this, you might have to go back, like I said, watch some of my old videos. Watch Life-Changing Message. Watch Magi's Message of the Magi. You must know who God is. You must know His true name. You must learn your true name. Come into alignment with it. Okay? Have you been doing the mantras? It is important that you start to feel that word inside of you. It's more than spoken words. It's the word. Have you ever been praying, say, for protection for you and your family, and your mind starts to waver? Okay, so you're praying that God protect your children, but then maybe a fear thought comes in. What if this happens? What if that happens? Okay, and then you get all off track, and then you're not creating any power into your words, into your prayer, into your belief. You cannot waver, and that's why the mantras are so important. When you can just stand there and say, me and my children will live and not die, and declare the works of the Lord. Sickness and disease dies when it touches me. Who comes against the Magus? I am powerful. I am free. I am one with good spirit. No harm or tragedy can come against me or my children. And you have these mantras inside of you, and then you speak with power, and you feel that inside of you. It boils up from your belly, from your spirit. Listen to me. We're going to win this world back to good, to God, not by power, not by might, but by spirit. That is what we work in. That is our power. When we come into that word, that spirit, that good spirit, where nothing is impossible with us. And then when we speak that magic language, here's what I want you to do. Okay? Tonight, when the kids are asleep and your husband's asleep, you go to a quiet place where you can be by yourself. And I'm going to ask you to first have a realization of God's true name. If you don't know that yet, you must start there. A realization of your true name. If you don't know that, you have to work that out. When you are at that place, I want you to say, Spirit of God, Asha, Holy Spirit, fill me. Fill every cell of my body. Fill my mind. Fill me with your truth, with your life. And then I want you to ask for your spirit language. And then you're going to have to, in faith, and believe that you received it. And you might have to stir yourself up. Sometimes I'll get myself going. I'll start with that. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. And you start to build that up and let that swell inside of you. And then let that language start to bubble up out of you. And God will give you that language when you need it. And it will grow. You might start with one word. Yesha. And use that. Use that all the time. Whenever you're out and about and you see something you want to change, use that one word you're given. And your language will grow and it will develop. The largest miracles I have done in my life are in situations when God gave me the language to say. I've told you the story of my son. 2 weeks before this incident was about to happen, I saw in spirit that my son was going to be going down a driveway and that he was going to go out into the street and there was a car coming and there was danger. I tried to warn my ex-wife. She wouldn't listen to me. I tried to tell everyone that would listen. I told my kids, be careful, be careful, be careful. I saw this coming. My kids know I'm a prophet. My wife, ex-wife knows I'm a prophet, but she is mad at me. Okay, she would not listen to me. 2 weeks later, I was taken in spirit to the bottom of the driveway. And God told me to hold up a shield of faith. And then He gave me the magic spirit words to say, to speak to that situation where tragedy would have come. Instead, God showed up and a miracle happened. And he gave me the words, the language of angels to speak. And a shield was put across. Later that day, my ex-wife called me and said, "You'll never believe what happened." Oh, I know, because I was there earlier. I was there in spirit. I was standing at that driveway with a shield. And as my son came down, he hit that shield and stopped as the car sped by. And my wife was screaming for him to stop, to stop. And he couldn't hear, and he didn't stop. But the shield of faith stopped him. Praise God. Another time when a friend of mine was going to be abducted and attacked, and I was many miles away, and God spoke to me, and he gave me the words to say in spirit, and it stopped the attack. My friends, you can learn this language. You can learn who God is. You can learn who you are. If you are with me right now, I want you to do what I told you tonight. Get your prayer language. I've already seen it. The Magus, the prophet of God, has seen the lifeline. Okay, from beginning to end, we do take back this world for God. The evil systems and governments are removed, and it's back to God's green earth, run by that divine spark, created in God's image, that is love and peace and joy and kindness, wanting the best for his neighbor. It does come. It has come already. But if you want to see it with your eyes, I live it every day. Okay, but we want to bring it to all. There are many suffering around us. Do you care? Do you care that others are hurting and suffering? Even the animal soul cry out for the salvation of the earth. Will you answer today? Will you realize God's true name, your true name? Will you get your heavenly language today? Will you fight in spirit and remove the dark system? Listen to me, my friends. At the top of this video, there's a little arrow, and you push it, and you can share it with up on your Instagram, up to 50 people. Do that today. Share that with 50 people, as many as you can today. Go to your Facebook and share this message. Will you do something today? Do something today. Make a difference today. Make a difference in your life. Make a difference in this world. Asha, come. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.